All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second episode of my channel. In today's episode, we're going to be going over what it takes to stay consistent in your business. And I'll be honest, if you're not doing these steps in 2026, you're basically leaving money on the table for somebody else. Let me explain that. When you're getting into a business, and this is for almost everybody that started their own business or is an agent in real estate or an agent in any other form of market, that's the first time in their life where they're not having to listen to their boss tell them where to be, what to do, and how to execute that. So with that, you're gonna have to turn into your own boss. So how are we gonna go about that in the best way, the most strategic way? And one of the best things is to time block. Now, what is that? Time blocking is filling out your week, setting times throughout each day where you're gonna do a certain task. Say, from noon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna do nothing but cold calls. You're gonna reach out to as many people as you can, and that's what you're gonna do. Every day from 12 to 2, that's what's gonna happen. Second thing is to make a promise to yourself. Make a promise to yourself on how am I gonna end this week? What all am I gonna get done this week? Am I gonna reach out to 75 people by the end of the week? If that's the case, make that promise to yourself and follow through with the structure that you've created to make that happen. Another thing, which is super big, and what we really hit heavy on with our team is having someone keeping you accountable. Because it is very easy to give yourself excuses, to take shortcuts, and that's not how you're going to get ahead in 2026. It's just not. So finding someone that's keeping you accountable, that cares about your success, is a very good way to go about it. Another thing is to have a purpose of why you're doing what you're doing bigger than money. Because a lot of people just say, oh, I want to get into real estate because I want to make a lot of money. That's not really how you should really structure your plan, because ultimately there's holes in there where you're going to cut shortcuts and you're going to say, oh, well, I got enough money. I had a closing this month. I made 10 grand this month. Let me just relax. That's not how you're going to elevate your business and build momentum to become something greater than what you are now. So find a purpose bigger than money, because money will ultimately flow if you find a purpose of helping people, helping your family, providing to your community. That is a bigger purpose than money, buying your favorite car. That's not what's really important. The impact that you have on others, that's the most important part. So find something like that to put ahead of making money in your business. And one of the final things is to have clear goals for yourself. Now, you can do annual goals, biannual goals, monthly, weekly, daily, doesn't really matter, but make them achievable. Don't get into real estate and say, oh my God, my first year in real estate, I'm gonna make $200,000 just off commission sales. That's not really achievable. That's not really realistic whenever you're looking at the grand scheme of things. Start small. Start weekly goals, daily goals. I'm gonna get up at 8 o'clock every morning. I'm gonna reach out to 10 people every single day. Those are goals that are achievable. And whenever you start achieving those goals, then that will get you to the point where you're surpassing your annual goals. But if you sit there and say, I want to make $200,000, but I don't have any structure to my days, I don't have any daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, annual goals, then that goal is just going to be a dream. And that dream is never going to come true. You need to have some structure to how you're going to execute this plan, and you need to create that plan. So with all that, thank you for tuning in. Those are the steps that I've seen and that I've experienced be the best ways to build your business and stay consistent. And hopefully we can all stick to that in 2026. And until the next episode, tune in. Cheers.